Hello, everybody. I've got my frumpy reading sweater on, so it must be story time. Let's see what we got to drink today. A glass of cool water. Okay, what we need a book. Let me get a book. Okay, I have a book. And need some reading glasses. And today's book is called Where the Sidewalk Ends. Poems by Shel Silverstein. Excellent. Let's see what we got here. Let's start with the poem that's called Where the Sidewalk Ends. There is a place where the sidewalk ends, and before the street begins. And there the grass grows soft and white, and there the sun burns crimson bright, and there the moonbird rests from his flight, to cool in the peppermint wind. Let us leave this place where the smoke blows black, and the dark streets winds and bends, past the pits where the asphalt flowers grow. We shall walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and walk where the chalk-white arrows go, to the place where the sidewalk ends. Yes, we'll walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and we'll go where the chalk-white arrows go. For children, they mark, and the children, they know the place where the sidewalk ends. Let's see. Okay, the next poem is called Snowman. 'Twas the first day of springtime, and the snowman stood alone, as the winter snows were melting, and the pine trees seemed to groan. Ah, you poor, sad, smiling snowman, you'll be melting by and by. Said the snowman, what a pity, for I'd like to see July. Yes, I'd like to see July, and please don't ask me why, but I'd like to, yes, I'd like to. Oh, I'd like to see July. Chirped a robin just arriving, seasons come and seasons go, and the greatest ice must crumble when its flowers time to grow. And as one thing is beginning, so another thing must die, and there's never been a snowman who's ever seen July. No, they never see July, no matter how hard they try. No, they never ever, never ever, never see July. But the snowman sniffed his carrot nose and said, at least I'll try. And he bravely smiled his frosty smile and blinked his coal black eye. And there he stood and faced the sun, a-blazing from the sky. And I really cannot tell you if he ever saw July. Did he ever see July? You can guess as well as I. If he ever, if he never, if he ever saw July. Oh, that's sort of interesting, isn't it? Okay. The Crocodile's Toothache. The crocodile went to the dentist and sat down in the chair. And the dentist said, now tell me, sir, why does it hurt and where? And the crocodile said, I'll tell you the truth. I have a terrible ache in my tooth. And he opened his jaws so wide, that the dentist, he climbed right inside. And the dentist laughed, oh, isn't this fun? As he pulled the tooth out, one by one. And the crocodile cried, you're hurting me so. Please put down your pliers and let me go. But the dentist just laughed with a ho, ho, ho. And he said, I still have 12 to go. Oops, that's the wrong one, I confess. But that's one crocodile tooth, more or less. Then suddenly the jaws went snap, and the dentist was gone, right off the map. And where he went, one could only guess, to north or south or east or west. He left no forwarding address, but what's one dentist, more or less? Here we go. It's called Lester. Lester was given a magic wish by the goblin who lives in the banyan tree. And with his wish, he wished for 2 more wishes. So instead of just 1 wish, he cleverly had 3. And now with each one of these, he simply wished for 3 more wishes, which gave him 3 old wishes plus 9 new. And with each of these 12, he slyly wished for 3 more wishes. That added up to 46, or is it 52? Well, anyway, he used each wish to wish for wishes till he had 5,007,018,034. And then he spread them on the ground and clapped his hands and danced around and skipped and sang and then sat down and wished for more. And more and more. They multiplied, while other people smiled and cried and loved and reached and touched and felt. Lester sat amid his wealth, stacked mountain high like stacks of gold, sat and counted and grew old. And then one Thursday night, they found him dead, with his wishes piled around him. And they counted the lot and found that not a single one was missing. All shiny and new. Here, take a few, and think of Lester as you do. In a world of apples and kisses and shoes, he wasted his wishes on wishing. Let's see what else we got here. No. This one is called Peanut Butter Sandwich. I'll sing you a poem of a silly young king who played with the world at the end of a string. But he only loved one single thing, and that was just a peanut butter sandwich. His scepter and his royal gowns, his regal throne and golden crowns, were brown and sticky from the mounds and drippings from each peanut butter sandwich. His subjects all were silly fools, for he had passed a royal rule that all they could learn in school was how to make peanut butter sandwich. He would not eat his sovereign steak, he scorned his soup and kingly cake, and told his courtly cook to bake an extra sticky peanut butter sandwich. And then one day he took a bite and started chewing with delight, but found his mouth was stuck quite tight from the last bite of peanut butter sandwich. His brother pulled, his sister pried, the wizard pushed, his mother cried. My boy's committed suicide from eating his last peanut butter sandwich. The dentist came in the royal dock, the royal plumber banged and knocked, but still those jaws stayed tightly locked. Oh, darn that sticky peanut butter sandwich. The carpenter he tried with pliers, the telephone men tried with wires, the firemen they tried with fire, but couldn't melt that peanut butter sandwich. With ropes and pulleys and drills and coil, with steam and lubricating oil, for 20 years of tears and toil, they fought that awful peanut butter sandwich. Then all his royal subjects came, they hooked his jaws with grappling chains, and pulled both ways with might and main against that stubborn peanut butter sandwich. Each man and woman, girl and boy, put down their plows and pots and toys, and pulled until, crack! Oh joy! They broke right through that peanut butter sandwich. A puff of dust, a screech, a squeak, the king's jaws opened with a creak. Then in a voice so faint and weak, the first words that they heard him speak were, how about a peanut butter sandwich? Oh, that's sort of interesting, isn't it? Let's see. Let's see if we can find one more and we'll call it a day. Oh, this should be all right. What's in the sack? What's in the sack? What's in the sack? Is it some mushrooms? Or is it the moon? Is it love letters? or downy goose feathers, or maybe the world's most enormous balloon. What's in the sack? That's all they ask. Could it be popcorn or marbles or books? Is it 2 years' worth of your dirty laundry? Or the biggest old meatball that's ever been cooked? Does anyone ask me, hey, when is your birthday? Can you play Monopoly? Do you like beans? What is the capital of Yugoslavia? Or, who embroidered that rose on your jeans? No, what's in the sack? That's all they care about. Is it a rock or a rolled up giraffe? Is it pickles or nickels or busted bicycles? And if we guess it, will you give us half? Do they ask where I've been or how long I'll be staying? Where I'll be going or when I'll be back? Or how do? Or what's new? Or hey, why are you blue? No, all they keep asking is, what's in the sack? What's in the sack? I'm blowing my stack at the next one who asks me, what's in the sack? What? Oh no, not you too. Well, those were some good poems. I hope you enjoyed them. You have yourself a great day. You take care of each other. Take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.